New reporting indicates that Donald Trump and his little buddy Elon Musk have lost the support of their cabinet, including Kash Patel. Listen, you lose Kash Patel, your sycophant bootlicker head of the FBI, you lose his support for what Elon Musk and Donald Trump are trying to do to get rid of tens of thousands of federal workers and put our national security in jeopardy. You lose his support, your days are numbered. Your days are over. Kash Patel, according to reporting in the New York Times, led the charge in opposition against Donald Trump and Elon Musk, told his FBI agents, I can't even believe I'm putting that sentence together, his FBI agents that he had their back because he was not going to force them to tell Elon Musk, what did you do? 5 major things you did last week, all national security, intelligent, confidential issues, or you're going to get fired. The respond or else email. I'm Michael Popak. You're on MeidasTouch and on the Legal AF Network. Let's talk about all of these things. Elon Musk running through the Department of Government Efficiency and through the Office of Personnel Management, been taking a sledgehammer like a bull in a china shop, getting rid of employees left and right, except federal courts are stopping it. To promote it, he sent out an email, an or else email, like he did at Twitter and X. How'd that go for him, that failing company, telling everybody justify their existence, list 5 things you did. But what if you work in intelligence? What if you work for the FBI? What if you work for the Department of Defense? You're going to compromise national security by listing the 5 things that you did? No, says Kash Patel. And Kash Patel told everybody before the confirmation process that he was going to take an axe to the FBI. He was going to put the FBI headquarters into mothballs and make it a museum to the deep state. And now he's using Elon Musk's attack on the bureaucracy as a way to curry favor with FBI agents, telling them, I got your back. When you hear Kash Patel has your back, start looking for the knife. That's all I'm going to say. Tulsi Gabbard, same thing. She's the unqualified head of 18 different intelligence agencies. She freaked out when she got this email, like, what should we do about it? And went to John Ratliff, who's our chief spy master at the CIA, and said, what should we do? You've been in government before like this. He said, we're not responding. So she sent out a directive for all of her national intelligence community and employees telling them, you're not responding. Kash Patel, FBI, I got your back. We're pausing the response. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the same thing. So then you go, well, that's all going on, and all of the cabinet heads are freaking out and rebelling against Elon Musk. Then you have Donald Trump trying to shore up support for Elon Musk with this hostage, look like a North Korean hostage video of his first cabinet meeting where he brings in Elon Musk. I'm going to show you a clip in a minute. And then he asks if anybody's got a problem with Elon Musk or how is Elon Musk doing. And all cabinet members are extremely happy with Elon. Donald Trump sends out with his clip, but it's really one guy, Howard Lutnick, the head of the Commerce Department, used to own Cantor Fitzgerald. He leads this forced clapping, right? There were these few awkward moments when Trump responds to a reporter's question saying, is anybody unhappy with Elon? And then nobody responds. And then Howard Lutnick starts a clap, right? And then everybody starts following suit in this kind of compelled, forced collective endorsement under pressure, as the Times put it. Let's show the clip.
You could ask me or Elon. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Musk. I just wanted to ask you that President Trump put out a Truth Social today saying that everybody in the cabinet was happy with you. I just wondered if you had heard otherwise, and if you had heard anything about members of the cabinet who weren't happy with the way things were going, and if so, what are you doing to address those any dissatisfaction?
Hey, Elon, let the cabinet speak just for a second. Is anybody unhappy with Elon? If you are, we'll throw him out of here. Is anybody unhappy? They have a lot of respect for Elon and that he's doing this, and some disagree a little bit, but I will tell you, for the most part, I think everyone's not only happy, they're thrilled. So,
did that look voluntary? Did that look like a bunch of happy campers or people who are very unhappy with having Elon Musk running around as an ambassador without portfolio, we don't even know what his remit is? Every day, Donald Trump tries to increase his superpowers, decrease his superpowers. First, they put up an executive order that says he's giving more power to Elon Musk. Then they take it down. You can't find it on the internet anymore. Yeah, because they're also boxed in. Turning to the intersection of law and politics, they are boxed in by the positions that the Department of Justice under Donald Trump is taking in the trials in courts that are addressing the role of DOGE, Elon Musk, the Office of Personnel Management in the firings of all these federal workers. There's at least a dozen cases going on right now. I know of 3 temporary restraining orders issued in the last week. 2 in the last 24 hours to stop the mass firings and to get to the bottom of that unholy relationship between the Office of Personnel Management, which is under the control of Elon Musk, the DOGE, which is under the control of Elon Musk, and these firings and the government. So federal judges are wary. Let me put it this way. They are not believing a word that the Trump administration lawyers are saying. No benefit of the doubt is given. All jaundiced views are embraced by the court. And so now you've got this article that broke out in the New York Times. See, I still read the paper. Cabinet leaders wrestle the disruption of Musk's answer or else email, wrestle with the disruption. But if you would have told me a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, that Kash Patel would not only be the FBI director, but would be leading the charge against Donald Trump, and bringing along the other cabinet members with him, where they are rejecting it. Donald Trump already said when he issued the executive order giving this authority to Elon Musk to cut all the federal workers, that the Federal Reserve was exempt, because he had already been convinced by those Wall Street people around him in his cabinet not to F with the Federal Reserve because it would tank the economy almost overnight. It appears that's what Donald Trump's trying to do, by the way, in 5 weeks, is tank the economy, doing all of these things all at the same time in order to put the economy into a tailspin. And now you've got the profile and courage led by Kash Patel, the person who should be nowhere near national intelligence, who has no intelligence background. And then I thought, well, all right, well, maybe they'll just have these people as the figurehead, but they'll have real people underneath it that know intelligence, who know how to run an intelligence gathering operation like the Federal Bureau of Investigation, something like that. And then he appoints Dan Bongiovi, the podcaster, to be FBI director. I've got friends that are Republican that are like, oh, he's a pod bro. He'll be great. And I said, why is he going to be great? Well, he was a Secret Service agent. There's photos of him, Don Bongiovi, standing next to Hillary Clinton and opening up Obama's helicopter for Marine One. That qualifies him to be the deputy director of the FBI. How many Secret Service field agents become anything in the FBI? Zero. Well, he was military. I mean, really. I mean, this is the justification they're given. At least if you're going to have an obscenely unqualified person like Kash Patel in office, have somebody that knows what they're doing as his shadow. Not worse. I didn't think there could be worse than Kash Patel. And then I found the deputy director. At least in the Department of Justice, Donald Trump picked lawyers, picked people that were his criminal defense lawyers. I mean, I sort of understood that. This I don't understand. Yeah. And I'm sure Donald Trump's going to be upset by the New York Times and all the articles that are written about it. He keeps calling it the failing New York Times. The only thing that's failing is Donald Trump's presidency. While he's busy handing out hats with that same guy standing behind him and saying, let's just do a moment here. On top of all of this, out and out warfare breaking out in his cabinet, the economy in the trash, tariff war of his own making failing, cryptocurrency going into the trash, food prices, rent prices, construction prices skyrocketing, all in 5 weeks. How to tank an economy in 100 days, apparently. He had the balls to sit in the Oval Office handing out hats that said Trump was right. Trump was right hats, as the same guy, same cabinet member that led the forced clapping about Elon Musk said, you always say yes to the president. You always say yes to the president. This is effing amateur hour. I equate this to like if you're on an airplane and they say, hey, we got great news on this particular flight, not frequent flyer miles when you sign up for our credit card, but if you're seated in 34B, you get to fly the plane today. Is that what we're watching? Now look, they tanked it all the first time, so why are we surprised? But when you lose Kash Patel, and you can't count on him to be your puppet, you got big problems. That's why we keep calling it what it is. It's the failing Trump presidency. I've never seen a presidency fail so quickly in the first 5 weeks. The Republicans like to make fun of Jimmy Carter, who inherited an entire stagflation inflation problem. His first 100 days wasn't this bad. His first 5 weeks wasn't this bad. You know, he didn't have open rebellion among his cabinet. Who does? How do you run a government this way? You don't. You don't, is the reality. So we'll continue to follow it all here on the MeidasTouch Network and on Legal AF. Follow me, Michael Popok, on Tuesdays. New podcast, Popok Live. Yep, I'm unfiltered, I'm unhinged, I'm untethered, and nobody tells me what to say. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time for an hour-long podcast here on the MeidasTouch Network, and then Legal AF, the OG podcast at the intersection of law and politics. And you can grab us on 8 p.m. Eastern time, watch us actually record the podcast, or you can get us on all podcast platforms, audio podcast platforms. We are top 10 in the world on all genres in Legal AF because of you, and we're humbled by that. So until my next All Things Legal AF, come over to Legal AF, the YouTube channel, by the way. We're doing 6 or 8 videos over there, some amazing contributors. Legal AF MTN for MeidasTouch Network. Hit the blue subscribe button or the subscribe button there. Help us continue to grow that pro-democracy channel. Till my next reporting, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories, the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.